Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I still never get it right, even though I do this all the time. As usual, move, groove, stretch, do whatever it is you need to do to get yourself, whoops, I'm going to move this skateboard. I have a feeling something's going to go wrong with it. So, as I always say, move, groove, stretch, do whatever it is you need to do and get yourself nice and warm and toasty. You got a few moments before we get started. Whew, backs of my hamstrings. I feel them right now. Good morning, good morning. Stretching, moving at your own pace, your own speed. Giving yourself a little bit of an opportunity to just get ready. This class is going to be a fun one, says me, the one who made it. So, just a little bias on that one. Also, I really love today's playlist. Also, again, a little bias on that one. We'll get started in about a minute or so. All right, you guys, it is 8:30. It is time to get started. So come and meet me in the center of your mat. Roll those shoulders back, take those feet out nice and wide. Take those arms up overhead. Grab one wrist, whatever wrist at the top feels good. Give yourself just a quick side body stretch. Preparing to open up the body. Take it the other way, grab that other wrist, other side body stretch. Come and meet me now at the top. We're going to take some big circles, so keeping that core in tight, hands are overhead. You're going to go to one side, core is tight and strong, folding it over, but again, you're keeping that navel in towards the spine, a slight bend in the knees. Taking it all the way over to the other side, and then all the way to the top. Let's take it the other way. So you're going to take it to a big circle. Good morning. Take that left side all the way in a big circle, slight bend in the knees. Big circles, just warming up our centers. And then coming back to the top, come and meet me in a forward fold. So send those hips all the way back send those hips all the way back, period. Bend each leg a little bit just to get a little movement in those quads and those hamstrings. And then from here, we're just going to twist it into a runner's lunge on the left side. So just come and meet me into a runner's lunge on the left side with those hands on the inside of those feet. You're going to take that left elbow to left ankle, twist and peel that all the way back. One more time, left elbow to left ankle, twist and peel all the way to the top. Drop that left hand. We're going to switch it out for the other foot now. So taking that right foot on the outside of those hands, right elbow to right ankle, twist and peel all the way to the sky. One more time, right elbow to right ankle, twist and peel all the way up. Drop that hand, take that foot back into a high plank, send those hips up into your first downward dog of the day. Pedaling out those feet, shoulder blades are down the back. You're just going to pedal for another 3, 2, 1. Both feet down to the ground. Walk those hands to meet the feet. And then slowly roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll those shoulders back because we got a whole class to get through. So the warm-up is going to be 3 moves, 1 round, 1 minute per move, no rest in between. So we're going to start with the toy soldier. So with this, you're going to keep that core in tight. Those legs are going to kick out in front of you, and those arms are going to round out to touch those feet. Opposite hand, opposite foot. So you're going to bring that toe to meet the hand in a nice 90-degree angle, and then you just can move those legs a little bit, and you're just going to take opposite hand, opposite foot, really using those lower abs to bring that foot up and really opening up that chest to move those arms. Then from here, we're going to take an alternating reverse lunge with an arm lift. So you're just going to reverse lunge it nice and far back. Just lift those arms up in whatever way feels good. So you can bend through or you can scoop the arms up, but I just want you to take those arms up and down when you're doing that reverse lunge. Last but not least,
pardon me, is going to be a side-to-side reach. We can start this by just walking it, and then we can add a little heat to it. So I just want you to reach all the way across, keeping that core in tight, trying to keep things not totally taking to the side, but you know what you're doing. You're just going to touch one side, touch your foot out, opposite arm, same arm, out to the side. And then you're just going to take it side to side, really juicing out that core, and then we can add a little hop in just to get a little bit of cardio going. So it's those toy soldiers, opposite hand, opposite foot. It's that alternating reverse lunge with an arm lift. And then last but not least, those side to side touches. Give me 10 seconds to get the timer going, and then you have another 10 seconds to get yourself ready. So it is 1 minute per move, no rest in between, 3 moves, 1 round. You got 5 seconds. Those toy soldiers are coming in 3, 2, 1. So take that arm, opposite foot, and then you're just gonna stretch it out. So I want you to feel this in the backs of those hamstrings. Deep breaths, keep that core in tight, keep that collarbone open. This is really helping us warm our bodies up, getting a little brain game in, trying to get the feet moving as well. I do a little kind of 3-step in between, making sure you're really rounding those arms when you take them all the way around. Deep breaths. Keep going. You've got less than halfway to go. From here, you're going to do those alternating reverse lunges with an arm lift. So then you're just going to work on keeping that core really tight, because you're going to have to focus on connecting that top part of the body with the bottom part. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to come give me this reverse lunge, and you're going to take those arms up overhead, and then you're going to put those arms down. Reverse lunge, and then arms back down. So whatever way feels good for those arms, you do what you got to do. I just want them to go up and down. So with those reverse lunges, you're trying to stay nice and centered and stable in the body. You're squeezing those glutes. That collarbone is remaining open even though those arms are going up overhead. Reverse lunges are probably one of my least favorite moves, but that means I gotta do them. Less than 30. Oh my God, you know what? I didn't even share the music. Give me a second, keep going. Nobody said anything, but I appreciate you guys. There we go. Now we're sharing the music. You have 5 seconds in these reverse lunges, side to sides, in 3, 2, 1, side to side. So taking it all the way across, and then you don't have to hop it quite yet, but I want you to really stretch out that center of your body. And then you're just gonna take it all the way across. Whew. Can't believe no one said anything about the music, but that's okay. That means you guys are just focused on the movement, and movement is the most important part. You have less, almost halfway. You can kick it up in 3 if you want, or you just stay here in 2, 1. So if you're ready to kick it up a little bit, you can just lift those feet off, get a little hop in. Otherwise, you can stay here to keep it low impact, really reaching across. You're so close, you guys. Almost there with 10 seconds. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You got a whole workout class to get through. So you have, take a moment to breathe. You have 6 moves, 3 rounds, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Not too much time in between. So we're gonna start with the boxer bounce. So those arms are gonna come up, protect that face. You're gonna bounce it out a few times on one side and then switch it out at your own pace. About 4 to 5 bounces per side, but you're just redistributing the weight a little back and forward in between. And then from here, there's an airplane to a knee drive. We're gonna go right side, left side, and then switch off afterwards. So you're gonna take that leg out into a nice straight long line, airplane those arms all the way out to the side, and then you're gonna bring those arms in, bring that knee in, using those lower abs like we did in the tin soldier to a nice 90-degree angle, and those arms can go here, behind the head, whatever feels good, but this one is all about that strength and stability. So you're gonna squeeze, 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 and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to get there, and then we're gonna take a duck walk to a calf raise. So you'll come to the edge of your mat, squat it down, keep those glutes and hamstrings and quads tight, core core tight, collarbone open. I'm out of breath today. You're gonna walk it all the way across. Nice little duck walk, staying low, and then you're gonna get to the end. You're just gonna give me a nice calf raise, no jump, calf raise. Squeeze the glutes, bring those calves all the way up, and then take it back the other way. That's a duck walk with the calf raise. And then from here, it's gonna be a standing crossbody crunch with the leg raise, all on one side, all on the other side. Then we'll switch afterwards. So you're gonna take one hand behind the head, one hand on the, I almost said elbow, on the hip. You're just gonna take that toe pointed out. You're gonna bring that knee to meet the elbow in a nice standing crossbody crunch, and then a tiny little leg lift. You're not taking it all the way up. You're just gonna give me about 45-degree angle, math. And so you're just gonna keep doing that standing crossbody crunch with a little leg lift, feeling those obliques, trying to stay centered in the body, a little bend in that standing leg and squeezing that glute to keep you stable. Last two moves is going to be a straight leg extension with a crossover. So you're gonna come meet me on your mat on all fours. I like to come down onto my forearms. I'm gonna take one leg out just nice and straight. So with a straight leg extension, you're gonna bring that knee to cross over behind the other knee. You're gonna bring that back out straight and then knee to meet the knee together. So out straight, cross the knee behind the other knee, out straight, knee to knee together. And then last but not least, standing it back up for a sumo squat push-pull, one of my favorites. You're gonna take those legs out nice and wide, toes, 45-degree angle, all the way out. You're gonna get nice and low, roll those shoulders back, have those hands kind of karate chopped at the waist. You're gonna push to one side, keeping those collarbones nice and open and not going forward, not going back, using that core to bring you side to side, and you're gonna get lower and lower. Those inner thighs are gonna push out, and then you're gonna do the whole thing all over again. So boxer bounce, airplane with the knee drive, duck walk to calf raise, standing crossbody crunch with the leg raise, straight leg extension to a crossover. Last but not least, sumo squat push pull. Guys, you got enough time to chat or to relax while I explained all that. You got 10 seconds. Getting ready for that boxer bounce with a little bit of cardio to start our morning. You have 5 seconds. Get those arms up, ready to bounce in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So you're gonna switch side to side, and then you're gonna just kind of jump to go the other way. You can do this at your own pace, your own speed. Again, you can always take out that impact and just really bounce it out. But if you can get a little air on this, why not? Keeping those hands nice and strong in front of your face. If you're a boxer, that's the last place you wanna get hit. I'm not a boxer, but I'd like to be one day. About 10 seconds left. Staying strong. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds of rest. Release those hands. Airplane with the knee drive is coming in next. Whatever leg you want to start with. Maybe start with the leg you feel less comfortable with, because so often we try to start with the one we know. Start with the unfamiliar. The leg is going to go straight. Knee drive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I'm going to send, for me, I'm sending that right leg all the way out, nice into an airplane, and then bringing it in through the center, really squeezing that core, squeezing those glutes. You might fall, you might shake. Whew, I know I am. So this one is all about that strength and stability here. We go from jumping around like a maniac in that boxer bounce to just trying to stay strong and stable. Squeeze that glute. You only have 6, 5, 4, whoops, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds off. We're gonna take it to the edge of the mat for that duck walk with the calf raise. So you're gonna really squeeze those glutes. That core is gonna go in so strong and tight. Collarbone is gonna stay open. Have a nice relaxed face. You have 3 duck walk, duck raise. Take it down. Walk it across. Tiny little motions here. Not huge movements. And then raise at the top, squeezing those glutes. Nice little calf raise there. So when you're going across, can you get a little bit lower? I'm like, I don't know if I can, but sure shit gonna try. So trying to keep those knees not going too far over your ankles. It's like natural and normal. I don't know how those fitness people like don't have their knees going over their ankles. Maybe that means I'm doing it wrong, they're doing it right. I'm just doing the best that I can, as we all are. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, 15 seconds of rest. It's that standing crossbody crunch with the leg raise. So I want to really be standing up today. I know we're going on the ground after this, but standing it up, elbow behind, hand behind one head, other hand on the wrist or on the hips. I can't talk. Standing cross body crunch with a leg lift. Let's go. So knee to elbow and then a nice little lift. So really feel those obliques lifting that leg and taking you all the way across. Deep breaths. That toe can tap down for a little bit stability if you need, or you can keep it lifted. See if that works for you and serves you. So making sure you're staying centered in the body, you're not like totally leaned over. Takes a moment. You have 10 seconds. Don't let this just be a lazy movement. Be active in this. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down into the ground, onto those forearms. It's that straight leg extension with the crossover. Just because we're not doing these like crazy jumping mad movements today, doesn't mean you can't get a lot out of it. So be slow, be intentional. Let's go. You have 3, 2, 1. Straight leg extension with the crossover. All the way up straight. Cross knee to the knee. Back straight. Knee to touch the knee on the other side. So you're squeezing those glutes. You're trying to keep those hips shining to the ground. Just because that leg is extending, don't let that hip open up. Really be thoughtful and mindful there. Maybe you need to slow down the movement. Maybe you need to just make it a little less than what you think you need to make, because form is way more important here. You have 10 seconds. We're gonna stand it up soon for that sumo squat push-pull in 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds. Slowly rock yourself up. Well, not too slow, because you got a sumo squat push-pull, so those inner thighs are gonna push your knees out. You're gonna take that nice stance, nice and wide. Those hands are gonna go karate chopping on that waist. You have 3, 2, 1. Take it all the way down, sumo squat push-pull. So you're pushing one arm to the side, pulling that arm back in, pushing it out, pulling it back in. So those collarbones are open. Those shoulder blades are as if someone were squeezing those shoulder blades behind you with like 2 pieces of string, some straight up Pinocchio shit. Get a little lower, let it burn, let it feel a little uncomfortable. There's a difference between pain and discomfort. Your brain can fully acknowledge what that is. 10 seconds, and if it can't acknowledge, this is the opportunity you're gonna work on to connect that mind-body. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds, slowly get yourself up out of there. Boxer bounce, round 2. You're gonna stay light on those feet. I don't know how those boxers do it. They're like 170, 80, 90 pounds, and they're just like light as a feather. You have 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I think that really goes to show that weight doesn't mean shit, right? It's all about that mind. Do you wanna be light on your feet? You just gotta be strong and active, and then you will just float. So stay strong, keep those arms up, squeeze those biceps. Maybe you wanna throw out a little punch there. Woo, it's up to you. Maybe a little underhook. Again, boxing is not my thing. Is that a thing? Might be. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Whew. You have 4, 3, keep that core in for 2, 2, 2, and 1. 15 seconds of rest. It's that airplane to a knee drive on the other side. So I was standing on my left foot. Now I'm gonna stand on my right foot. Do the opposite of what you did before, but you're gonna do the same type of movement. You have 3, airplane to a knee drive, 2, 1, let's go. Take that leg out nice and long, and then bring it all the way in for that knee drive. Slow and steady is really the secret here. Whew. And you might fall. That's okay. You're just gonna keep doing the damn best you can. You have less than 20 seconds to go. So are you gonna squeeze those glutes a little bit more? Keep that collarbone nice and open. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it down. 1. We're gonna go to that duck walk with the calf raise. So maybe start on the other side of your mat. Again, a little brain game, always important. Keeps us young. You have 5 seconds, getting ready to get nice and low for that duck walk in 3, 2, 1, take it across. You can always put those hands on the outside of those legs for a little bit of self-resistance, because oftentimes the resistance that we're feeling is from within, right? So we tend to be the most limiting of ourselves. We tend to be the most judgmental on ourselves. So use this opportunity to be like, you know what? I'm gonna actively resist myself and recognize the person doing it is no one else but me. You have 15 seconds here. Bring that core in a little tighter. Let that brain feel a little more happy. You have 4, or at least release it at whatever it doesn't need in there. In 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds of rest. Back to the center of your mat. It's that standing crossbody crunch with the leg raise on the other side. So the less space we have for bullshit, the more space we have for joy. So let's clear it all out. Put that hand behind the head, other hand on the hip, and let's go. Crossbody crunch with a little leg lift. Deep breaths. Again, this one is just slow and intentional. When you're doing that crossbody, put a little bit of extra oomph at the end. Whew. Maybe you need to get a little audible with it. You do what feels right for you. I love this song. You May Be by Rema. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Rema. 10 seconds. Then we're gonna go onto the ground for that straight leg extension with the crossover. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds of rest. You're gonna go back on the ground. You're gonna do that other leg with that straight leg extension with the crossover. Me, I'm on my forearms. If you prefer to be on those wrists, you do you. Keep that core in tight, squeeze those glutes. Getting ready to extend that leg in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Straight leg extension, crossover knee, straight leg, bring it back in. So I'm gonna let you use this time to reflect on what brought you here. Why are you moving today? Physical health, mental health, spiritual health, a little bit of everything, right? It's your moment, your time to shine, your time to connect, your time to go in. 10. 2, and 1, release. Slowly pull yourself up out of there, because guys, last move of round 2, that sumo squat push-pull. You're gonna get nice and low. You're gonna just stay strong. You're gonna keep that core in tight. Getting ready to get nice and low in that sumo squat in 3, 2, 1. Taking it all the way down, hands on the side, and then push and pull. So push those inner thighs out actively. Take this moment. Maybe you need to pause and go, whew, all right, I'm here. Keep those hips tucked underneath you. Maybe you need to pull up a little bit higher. That's okay. I'd rather you just focus on getting some quality form. Because if you're low and if your ass is sticking out, you're not doing shit, right? I wish I could be like, you're doing a lot because you're so low. You're not. So pull up if you need to. Feel your inner thighs really crisping up there. 10. You have 4, 3, 2, 1, and whoo, you gotta slowly peel yourself out of there. Don't just jump up, or if you jump up, that's you. Hop around 3. It's that boxer bounce. Running through all one more time. Then we have a nice little core finisher, and we're out of here. Boxer bounce in 3, 2, 1. Lift those hands, bounce it out. So with this, I want you to really have those hands in front of your face, right? And I want you to really think about, what are you blocking? And blocking isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? So, because sometimes things are going to come at you that you have no control over, but that doesn't mean you have to let everything in. Some things you have to block. You have to have some boundaries. And the way you do that is by gaining strength, mental and physical. 15. Again, you can throw out that little punch if you're feeling good. Whew. 7 seconds. You have 4, 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds of rest, airplane. We're gonna do about half the time on one side, staying on one side, and then I will yell at you when to switch. I won't yell, I'll like calmly say, and switch. Sometimes I'll yell, but not today, I'm not in a yelling mood. One side airplane, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Take that leg out nice and strong, woo. And bring that knee in. It's funny to go to that bouncer moment, straight into an airplane. I want you to just really focus on that duality moment. You're moving around, then you're being stable. You have 3, 2, we're gonna switch to the other side, and 1, drop that leg, take that other leg back. That switch is going to not be easy, so be kind to yourself. Straighten that leg out nice and long. Use that lower abs to bring it in. You have 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, release. To the end of your mat you go. It's that duck walk with the calf raise. So you're almost there. You got 10 seconds getting yourself nice and low. Again, resisting yourself or not. You can just use that brain. You have 4 seconds. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, take it across. So all the way across, tiny little motions, little calf raise at the end. So today was definitely a lower impact day, but still impact, right? There's still impact and movement. Because unlike some people, you were able to get in here and do it. And it's not nothing against the other people, but sure feels good that you did, right? 20 seconds, deep breaths. Maybe you do get a little lower in this one. You have 10 seconds. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release it up out of there. You have that standing crossbody crunch with the leg raise. We're gonna split time, so we're gonna do everything on one side, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. Ooh, you got 10 seconds, less than 10. Pick one side, hand behind the head, other hand on the hip. Leg is going out to the side in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Standing crossbody crunch with a leg lift. Maybe now you're feeling confident. You do wanna get that leg a little higher. But that doesn't mean you want to compromise the form here. You want to keep both hips shining towards the front. You don't want to just open up to the side. You have about 4, 3, 2, and 1. A quick switch. Don't let it go too long. Standing crossbody crunch with a little leg lift or medium leg lift. Whatever's feeling good for you today. 10 seconds. Then we're going to head to the ground. And we're gonna alternate the straight leg extension to the crossover. In 4, 3, 2, and 1, release that foot to the ground, guys. On the ground, on your forearms or on those hands, it's that straight leg extension with the crossover. We're gonna alternate. So you're gonna do one side each time, not one side per. You go back and forth in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Straight leg extension, cross the knee, straight leg extension, bring it back, switch legs. This one takes a little bit more oomph, I would like to say. Stay strong. Ooh, Channel Trace, love him. He just signed to one of the sister labels I work at Sony Music. He signed to RCA. So shout out to that team. We're getting such a good artist. You have 10 seconds left here. We're almost out of here. We're in that sumo squat push-pull next. Then it's all core in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guys, slowly rock and roll it up. Roll your spine up. It's that sumo squat push-pull. It's the finale of the workout. Then you have a little bit of a core moment. Then you're out of here. Getting ready in 5 seconds. Getting low in 3, 2, and 1. Get low. Sumo squat push-pull. Again, that collarbone is open. Your hips are tucked under. You're not all the way down. That's cool. I'm barely all the way down. I might look like I am, but sure as shit, looks are deceiving. Don't let anyone think that because they look some certain way on the outside, they don't feel a different way on the inside. Honestly, sometimes it's those people who look a certain way on the outside, who are presenting perfection, that actually feel the most shit on the inside. Because perfection is not natural, it is not normal. We are humans, we are meant to be a little strange. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, come up out of there. Let's get right into the finisher. It is a core moment, so you're gonna be on your back, so meet me on your back. You have 4 moves, 2 rounds, 30 seconds per move, no rest in between, nothing crazy fancy here. So you're on your back, you're just gonna give me some solid crunches going all the way up, all the way down, and then you're just gonna give me side to side crunches. So you're gonna take one arm, slice it all the way across, coming back to the center, and then bring that other arm, slice it all the way across, bring it back, really feeling that core stay strong. And then from here, something different. I'm calling this a sailboat rock. So I want one leg out straight, I want your toe connected to your knee, so I want a little bend in that. I want one arm nice and long, so the arm that is extended with the leg, and then one arm is going to be at like, not by the shoulder, but more by the head. So try to connect that toe to that knee. One arm is out long, the arm that is long with the leg. Other arm is just nice and high. And you're just gonna give me tiny little rocks. This just kind of looks like a sailboat to me for some reason. So that's what I'm calling it, a sailboat rock. So tiny little rocks there. And then last but not least is going to be a traveling egg beater with reverse crunch. So those legs are gonna go up nice and straight into a 90-degree angle. You're gonna egg beat those legs, so they're gonna come in and out with those inner thighs. You're gonna travel it all the way down to the bottom, and then you're gonna beat it all the way back up to the top. You're gonna get to the top, you're gonna give me a tiny little reverse crunch, and then you're gonna bring it back down and back up, traveling egg beaters with a reverse crunch. Regular crunches, side to side crunches, sailboat rock, and traveling egg beater with a reverse crunch. You guys got 10 seconds to get ready for that finisher. 10 seconds on your back, getting ready for some good old crunches, nice and impactful. So really open up that chest. You have 3, 2, 1, good old crunches. Keeping that lower back glued to the ground, navel in towards the spine. Go slow here, there's no rush. Keep that chin away from the chest. Keep those elbows nice and open. Relax that jaw, but most importantly, breathe. 10 seconds. You're gonna take it side to side in 3, 2, and 1. Taking it side to side. Side to side crunches. Keep going. Keep going with those side to side crunches. You have 15 seconds left. After this, it's going to be that sailboat rock. So that leg is going to extend, that toe is going to touch the knee. In 3, 2, 1, have one leg out extended, one toe to touch the knee. You're going to have one arm out nice and long and the other arm just facing towards the leg. You're just going to give me tiny little rocks here. So you're going to massage the spine. You're going to keep everything nice and strong. Those arms are going to be nice and long as if someone was pulling each side. I know little rocks feel a little weird, but it helps with core stability. You have 3, 2, and 1. Take those legs up nice and long to the top. You're gonna give me a traveling egg beater, so you're gonna beat those legs one over the other, feeling those inner thighs, and then you're gonna lift it all the way back up. Keep that lower back glued to the ground. Last but not least, a little reverse crunch at the top. So I have my hands glued to the side. I'm keeping my lower back glued to the ground. I'm going only as low as I can before my lower back starts to lift. And then tiny little reverse crunch. You only have 4, 3, 2, and 1 regular crunches back to the top. This is the last round. After this, you are done. So stay with it. Crunches, side to side, sailboat rock on the other side, traveling egg beaters with the reverse crunch. 15 seconds. Are you lifting that core all the way up, keeping that chin away from the chest? You have 3, 2, 1. Give me some side to sides. Feeling those obliques that we worked earlier? We all have them. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't have them because I don't see them. I mean, do you have a brain? You don't see your brain. Do you have a heart? You don't see your heart. You have muscles. They're in there. They don't need to be like crazy visible because then that means you don't have enough body fat. And body fat is important to have. It protects our bodies. You have 3 sailboat rock and 2,
1. So you're gonna take that other leg out. You're gonna bring that other arm up nice and high. You're gonna take that knee or toe to meet the knee, and you're gonna just rock it out. Yeah, this other side feels really weird, but you only gotta do it for a little bit longer. Ooh, my core is so tight right now. Maybe 6, 5, 4, 3, holy shit, 2, and 1. Okay, traveling egg beaters, last time with the reverse crunch. These are tiny little motions. You're taking your time going down, you're keeping that lower back glued, and then you're coming up. And then a little reverse crunch, just to finish it out. You have less than 15. Give me 4, 3, 2, and guys, 1. Release. You know the drill. A quick little picture if you don't mind. You have 5, 4, holy crap, 3, 2, and 1. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Adri, if I'm pronouncing that right, would you mind typing in your IG handle just so I remember it? I remember Jasmine, and thank you. I'm sorry about the music. Brain, you know, it's just a thing sometimes. Whew, sweating. Thanks, Paloma. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for joining always. I always appreciate it. Wonderful to see you. Awesome. Masky Pops by Adri, I got you. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.